Okay, I think we are on YouTube. Hello, Christian. How are you doing?
Hello everyone, everything great so far.
Great. Okay, guys, I will send the questions we will discuss today. And normally we start with a personal presentation, but first I will explain how TNT works. TNT is a platform where we can practice languages as English, Spanish, French, and Italian. I'm not an English teacher. I'm here just to guide the conversation, and we will learn a lot together by trying to speak English. I will start with my personal presentation, and then I will choose one of you to do yours. So I'm Fernanda. I live in São Paulo. I work as a Spanish teacher, and in my free time, I like to practice languages here at Talk and Talk. Also, watch TV shows and read. And I think that's it about me. And what about you, Michelle?
Hello, my name is Michelle. I'm 34 years old. Uh, I'm software developer. I'm here in Talk since December, and I live in Rio de Janeiro. I like the nature. This.
Great, Michelle, thank you. And what about you, Romeo?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Romeo. I live in Imperatriz, the countryside Maranhão. I'm 41 years old. I work with railroad maintenance. I'm I'm married. I have two daughters, and in my free time, I like to go camp with my family and watch videos too, especially in YouTube and other streams for improve my English. I know the TNT. Three or I think three years ago, but I'm just participated, I not participated every time. And now I'm in the challenge for 30 days for practicing English with Philip. Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, great. And what about you, Christian?
Hello everyone, good afternoon. For those who don't know me, my name is Christian Jimenez. I am from Bolivia. However, I currently live in Curitiba, Paraná, Brazil. I work as a full stack software developer. I'm 36 years old. I am married, and in my free time, really enjoy learning new things. I really enjoy practicing English, and nowadays I am trying to learn French on my own. So I participate on French immersion here in Talk and Talk as well. By the way, I'm gonna start as a Spanish facilitator here in Talk and Talk. So I'm gonna start with my own immersion in Spanish. So if you want to improve or learn a little bit of Spanish, you all are welcome. Mm, I think that's it, a little bit about me.
Oh, great, Christian. Thank you. And hope that you have success in your Spanish immersions. I will try to go on the immersion. I think I can go. It's a time that I can go. And what about you, Juliana?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Julie. I'm from Belo Horizonte. I was born here. I'm a lawyer in data protection, and I'm journalist too. And I like to learn language, English, especially. And I like to eat good food. and go to the park near my house. And I like do things like this and listen music. That's it, guys.
Oh, okay. It was a pleasure know more about you guys. Romeo and Juliana, that don't I didn't do immersions before. So I will go for the questions. Today we are going to talk about learning something every day. Okay. So I will go for the first one here. So why do you learn English? In my case, I think it's actually I started studying English when I was younger than now. So when I was a kid, my mom put me in a English school to start learning because it's important this language for work, and also it's a we can use English for travel. So I started without a objective, but now I keep studying English just to keep the level that I have, and also it's opportunity to know more people, and I think that's it. And what about you, Michelle?
I think for me, I think the English could expand my opportunities with jobs or with friends. It's very nice when you could communicate, and English is a very common on the countries, on the people. So it's more easy to talk with people that is not Brazilian in English. If for a job, of course, I think this could open my opportunities outside Brazil. Is this?
Yeah, I think for work is really important having English nowadays. It's like a obligatory. And what about you, Romeo?
Let me see. I learning English because of for many, I can say, for many opportunities that how can I say appear in my company, and I think in my first contact with English in high school, and how can I say the last 5 years ago, I tried to improve my English for how can I say try to get promotion in my company or in others. I think uh, uh, a person fluently in English has have many good opportunity that others. You know, I like to be friendly one day. I hope be honest. Oh, sorry. I would like to be fluent in English this year, you know. But it's so hard for me because I don't have enough time for practice, for learning, for improving. But I try. Yeah, I think that's it.
Normally you are participating a lot of immersions here for English?
No, I don't
No.
have time enough for practice.
Okay, I understand. Sometimes it happens with me, and I don't know if it happens with you, but normally when I don't schedule like be time before, I forget to schedule the versions. So
Oh my
now
God.
yeah, I use it to choose a day actually on Sunday, like to schedule the meetings of the week. It use it to work for me. I will come back to doing this. I think it's really important. And what about you, Juliana?
I seek to learn English because I want to have access to good opportunities. In fact, opportunities that were not that good require English and sometimes another language.
Yeah, for sure. And now, Christian.
So I started learning English mainly because of my career. I work in IT areas, so I consider English crucial for my professional development. I started learning English so many years ago, but when I started, I think I was not motivated. I didn't have any specific goal for develop this new skill that it's English. So I think that's why it took so long for me trying to learn or trying to reach one high level of English. Nowadays, I consider my that I achieved some goals that I had with this language, but I am not using it in my current job. So I would like to try to find a new job opportunity in a place where I can speak English all of the time. I currently just speak Portuguese and Spanish in my current position, so I don't use it. I don't use my English. I'm sure if I find or if I try to find a new job position where I just I can speak English, I will be better paid. I'm sure that I could increase my salary. Um, that that's it. I'm trying to improve it. I'm trying to get more fluent just because I want to find a new job opportunity in another country, not here in Brazil. If it's possible, I would like to move to another country again, and that's it.
Okay. And you said you will guide Spanish conversations. You thought about guiding English conversations or no?
Yeah, I want to start with Spanish because Phillips told me that it's important to start with Spanish, but I have
Ah,
to guide another languages as well, so I'm gonna continue with English.
okay. Great. I think it will be awesome. Uh, everybody answered right. So I will go for the next. Christian, could you read the second and answer?
Sure. The second one. What was or what is the hardest thing about learning English? So I would say that the hardest part for me was when I started studying in fact English. I started studying English when I was 20, 24, 25. I was already working, so it was stressful and so I forgot the word. I used to go to my classes after my work. So when I was in my classes, I already was so tired. So learning English was so tiring for me at that time because I had to take 3 hours of English classes, the old-fashioned kind of English classes, and it was after my job. So obviously I was so tired, and I lived so far away from my institute, so I had to take a bus when I didn't have my car. I had to take a bus, and the trip was about around 1 or 2 hours by bus. So it was so complicated for me, even though I didn't like English at that time, because when I took my English classes in the high school or even in the university, English was so difficult for me. I think I was the worst English student in my old school or in my old class. But after that, I think that I was able to overcome this part of the English studying. But that part that I had to go to class after my job, I think that it was the most difficult one. Yeah, and that's it. What about you, Romeo?
Be honest, I don't know the hardest part because I think almost part is so hard for me. But I think is the memory, memorize many rules, many roads, especially how can I say during the conversation, how word, how perfect the word, the whole how can I say that the word is in past, simple past or in the future. I think there's many rules necessary to memorize. For improve. But I think when you learning these rules, I think the conversation is so friendly. But for me, I think the rules because the grammatically in English is similar, very similar in the Portuguese. It's so hard. I thought the grammatic in English is so easy, but I changed my mind because it's so hard. It's very complicated and it's so big, like like in Portuguese. Yes, I think that is it.
Yeah, I think it's really complicated, the grammatic part in English. But for me, it's difficult too. And what about you, Juliana?
And the question number 3,
Is the two. What was or is the hardest thing about learning English?
I think put my memory the things, and like Romeo said, grammar. It's pretty difficult for me remember the rules. I don't like too much, but I know it's important.
Yeah, sure. And Michelle.
I agree with Romeo. I think the part of verbs is very difficult. I feel like if I talk, I feel like I am talking very wrong my verbs because I don't know the verbs really. I just talk how I think is correct, but I think I talk everything wrong. Is this?
Oh, but I don't think you talk everything wrong, Michelle. I think and the important is like talk, the person understand, and also it's like a communication. So I think it's mistakes are part of the process. Don't worry.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Someone have the open angel.
I think not anymore. I'm not listening. Acho que agora. I think now it's okay. And about this question, for me, the hardest thing about learning English was when I was studying the English school I have mentioned, because there were people that like it more talking, and in the dynamics of the school, I was afraid about talking English, speaking English, and I think it made my English got worse at that time. Now I can hear the immersions. It's a good place for practice. Now I feel more comfortable about talking English, speaking English with others. But before, when I was in the beginning of my studies, it was the hardest thing for me about speaking with other people in English. Even though I knew the structures in English, for me, it was terrible. Nowadays, I still forget something when I'm speaking, but normally it's more is okay. And uh, I think I will go for the next. What do you do when you struggle to learn new things? Do you give up, keep trying, or try new strategies? For me, I normally analyze if it's worth it, keep trying. But normally I try one, two, or or three times and try to change the strategies. But if I see if it's not working, I give up. And what about you, Juliana?
I'm trying a new strategies. I'm asking for Google, for another person, for ChatGPT, and I try new strategies. If if it's pretty important for me, for personal life, for my career, I'm not give up. But if not so, it's a crucial. I'm give up.
Oh, I understood. Like if it's something that you can give up, you try new things, you give up. Is this?
If the things I need to, if I need to to learn these things for solving a problem, a personal problem, or or for my work, I'm not give up. But if not crucial, I will try new strategies. But if I can with new strategies, I give up. If
Okay, I understood. I think for me it's like you. I try and want to with other strategies, but if it's not working, I prefer to give give up. And what about you, Romeo?
I try to keep trying, because I think maybe how can I say, the moment is not the perfect moment for learning about this, but I keep trying or try to learning in other, how can I say, in another way, another platform. For example, I studied in English in many platforms. I study in Duolingo. I like so much study Duolingo. I think Duolingo can change the something very easy, But in others, the same things. How can I say? It seems like a complex or not easy for understand, And but Duolingo can, how can I say, try to learning many way about the same things, you know. I think there's many strategies for learning about this. But if you can understand you or can learn and try other, for example, uh, videos in YouTube, or others other platform, I think all the traditional study in books or in others. But I think it's necessary to keep trying for understanding, for learning, you know. Yeah, I think that's it.
And about English, you already thought of giving up study?
No, I never. I don't remember that give up, give up. Yeah, give up to learn about the thing that I can't understand. You know, I always try. I think the depends the day, depends the moment for learning about this. Um, for example, this thing is necessary or very important to learning. Uh, it's necessary to keep focus, to keep how can I say, oh yeah, to keep a purpose for understanding, you know, and then try and repeat and try and try for continuous how can I say, improve the subject. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think when we grow up, like we don't have the same patience for committing mistakes as we had when we were younger. So I think it's something we need to be more patient and understand that mistakes and it's like normal for our lives. Um, well, and what about you, Michelle?
Yes, I think I agree with you. I normally I try the most I could. I'm very persistent, and how exactly how Juliana said, I need to have very strong the necessity why I want this thing, why I need to learn this, because I think this motivates me to get what I want. If I don't have this very strong, if I feel that is very difficult, I give up. But if I know that is very important, I go. I not to give up never. Is this?
Oh, great, Michelle. And now I think it's Christian.
Yep. Um, so I'm not the kind of person who likes giving up. I always try and try and try again. But obviously it's not easy when you feel that you are not evolving in any way, or you are not retaining the information in your mind. I think that that's the worst feeling that you can feel when you are learning something new. That frustration that you are doing your best, but you cannot see any progress. When I feel like that, something that I really like to do is forget everything about that specific subject. For example, let's put English in this example. Okay, I say, okay, I don't want to think anymore about English, at least for 1 or 2 days. So I take a break about that subject that I am struggling on. After that, I came back and I tried to do it again, but kind of like baby steps, because I had to understand that there are some things that are not easy to learn. Even more, if I think about languages, I think that at least for me, English was one of the most difficult subjects that I had to learn so far. So I take a break. I think a little bit about it, and then I try again and try again. That's something that I normally do when I am learning something new. Another thing that I usually do is thinking about how I evolved in a different topic on a specific skill. Remembering that how I started, maybe when I knew anything about a specific subject, but now that the time has passed and I already know more, I already have more knowledge or even more experiences about something that in the past was so difficult for me. And creating that comparison in my mind, I think that helped me so much when I feel frustrated or when I feel overwhelming. But that's it. There's some techniques that I normally use for not feeling overwhelming or stressful when something cannot stay in my mind. Yeah, that's it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, okay, great. And about French, you thought about giving up the studies, or for you was more difficult English?
Well, I consider English most difficult than French for me because English was my second the second language that I was trying to learn. I consider French more enjoyable in my case because I think I already has passed the part of English that was so frustrating. But with that knowledge that I had with English, I am creating better knowledge and I'm making the learning French process more enjoyable.
Yeah, I understood. Like you prefer French, the structure of French than the structure of English. It's like that, right?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay. Okay. For me, it's like the same. Okay. So I think everybody answered, right? I will go for one more question here. Michelle, could you read the fourth question and answer?
Yes. What was your favorite subject during school and favorite teacher? I think for me is the the classes of music and art. I have these memories very strong in my head about my teachers. I don't remember the name, but I'm very younger. But for me, it was very important to improve the sensibility, and I don't know. I think nowadays I could feel how this is what this do for me in my life. I think it's this. And you, Christian?
Well, in my case, I think that my favorite subject was music as well, and as well physic education. I don't know if that is translation in English. Music because I already had some experience with music. My mom always wanted us to be musicians, so I got enrolled so earlier, really young, for to music classes. I used to play the piano so well in the past, but I stopped it because I preferred to continue with sports. So music was not that difficult for me because I already had some experience with that. Um, Physical education as well because I really loved playing volleyball and football as well. So I was part of the school team. I think that all of the time that I have been in the school, I was part of the school team. And I got some extra scores just because I was part of the official team in my school. Um, and that's it. Those both subjects were my favorites when I was in the high school. What about you, Romeo?
Let me see. I don't remember very well my favorite subject, but I like so much the mathematics and physics. Uh, and the favorite teacher I don't remember because um, because I had many teachers so good, but the others not me. How can I say? I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. You know. But I like physics, especially when I start my college. You know, I remember that the subject for study about the space, you know, any how can I say, I have the opportunity to observe, to view the space. I try to view the, how can I say, the moon, and try view other planets. You know, I like so much this. You know, when I try to improve my knowledge about this, and at the end of my college, I, how can I say, I made my work about my finish finish course about the cellulose, you know, especially because that the subject that I had, you know, and the teacher not motivate me for learning, but I try, I bring some knowledge about the specific topic, you know. I like so much, but I like, I think I don't have, to be honest, I don't have a favorite subject, because when I had, I remember that then when I have the exam physics, the exam mathematics is so hard, you know. I think nowadays I don't know how can I, how how can I solve many equations that the teacher try to learn me, try to try to teach me, you know, because so hard. I think I forgive the try learning. How can I say in English? Cálculo. Guys, it's so hard. It's so hard. But I try to learn. I try to learn cálculo. But I forgive. It's so hard to understand, you know. But yeah, I think that's it.
Got it. And you think that the methodology of a teacher a bad methodology can make a person don't like the subject?
Não, eu não vou saber explicar isso em inglês. É difícil você entender cálculo. Cálculo que eu falo
Okay, it's
você
because of the subject. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, got it. And I think now is Juliana.
Just a school or college? School, just maybe literature, but I like it, the break, just the break.
Or the time to leave the school, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So people say, oh, the best thing about working is the time to leave. And I think about school, it's like the same. And you had a favorite teacher or no, Juliana?
I don't remember more the names, the teacher. I like it, but I remember the bad teacher.
Yeah, I think the bad teachers, like, we always remember. And about me, I think my favorite subject was I like it grammatic, Portuguese grammatic, English, and mathematics and math. And my favorite teacher, I think, was my math teacher, Icaro. He was really sympathetic with people and had a good methodology. So I liked his classes because of it. And okay, I will go for one more here. Think everybody answered the previous. Is the learning process always hard? I think that in the beginning is hard because you're trying to understand what is the best method or the best way for you for learning the subject. But in the when you have some days or weeks studying, normally it's easier because you are already have the habit of studying and that's it, what I think. And what about you, Juliana? Juliana, are you there?
Yeah, the number 5.
Yes, number 5.
Just English or another process learning?
The process of learning something.
Some things I think it's so hard, like criminal law. It's difficult, some subjects, but that's it. It's a difficult, it's hard process. But another subject, it's more easy because I like it.
Oh. It's like something that you like, it's easier, right? Learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it's the same. Like studying language for me is like fun. I really like studying in languages, but like studying biology, for example, that I don't like, it's really complicated. And Michelle, what about you?
I think yes. I think it starts something different. The mind always be more hard to take, but of course, I have things that you could do more fun to learn. So it's more easy. So I think when you have fun, when you learn, it's more easy. Like here, for example, I think it's more easy to practice because it's more fun. This. And you, Romeo?
I think let me see. I think not always, but I think sometimes the process um, can be can be hard. Especially the when you needs learning about new. You know, I think new things is hard to learn. Especially when the new don't remember others. It's completely different the others. It's hard to understand. It's hard, but I think depend the person, depend the time for learning about the subject specifically. I think when you have a good preparation, how can I say? Yeah, a good preparation, understand it very well others. Um, I think is able to learning a new a new a new a new thing, a new something for can I say, for a good way. Yeah, it's hard to explain about this, but I, uh, I don't agree, and I don't agree the always. I think is, not every time, you know. Yeah, I think that is it. How about you, Mr. Christian?
Well, I completely agree with you. I would say that it shouldn't be that hard all of the time. But unfortunately and sadly, we have learned that learning new things, it's almost always difficult. So we already have put that in our mind. So when we try to learn something new, we already prepare ourselves. Okay, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be overwhelming. It don't need to be like that, I would say. But I think that we have growth with that idea that learning something new, it's always difficult. But another thing that it's important that we never, I think that anybody have the tough to me, it's the learning process is really long. There are some times that we just try to learn something so fast, but we need to understand that it's not like that. It doesn't work like that. We need to understand that learning a new thing, it's a complete journey. It's not an spring. So we obviously we will have to try so many times. We will have to fail a lot of time. I think even more times than the times that we win, or the times that we do something correct or something correctly. We have to understand that learning new things, it's like that, and if we don't put so much pressure uh, under our shoulders, I think that it's important as well. And that's it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Christian. I think like we normally uh put a lot of expectations in our process of learning and don't have patience of about the process that is like uh slowly. And um I think we can do one more question. The next one here. I will go for the 7. Do you think technology is a good teaching tool? Yes, I think technology can help in the process of learning something, as I use a lot for studying languages, and I think it can really help. And what about you, Michelle?
Yes, I think yes. With the artificial intelligence nowadays, we can this could help you a lot to we learn a lot of things. One for you can learn singing with AI, or you can learn. We can help you to learn English, for example. I use a lot the technology for learning a lot of things.
Great, Michelle, me too. And what about you, Juliana?
Ok. Aqui é que eu me perdi aqui.
It's the
Number
7. Do you think technology is a good teaching tool?
yes, I think because when I was teenager, I bought a television because because television I can put in the SAPK and I can listen people talk in English. This is only way for me listen people talk English when I was teenage. But today have many tools like YouTube, like ChatGPT, like talk and talk, because you can talk with another people. But when I was teenager, I don't have access at these things. Don't exist.
Yeah. And now it's easier, right? For
Yeah.
learning.
Now
Yeah.
now it's easier, but I think there are many things people makes crazy. Can choice or what tool I can use.
Yeah. Sometimes we stay confused about what we need to use. I
Yeah.
agree. And now, Christian.
Well, I would say that technology has helped so much. There are new resources, new application. We can learn whatever we want from the scratch from our houses. I think that it's helping so much people for learning different new skills. Um, and without technology, we shouldn't be, for example, now at this moment, we shouldn't be participating in an English meeting. So technology, that in this case, it's the application Zoom, is helping us so much. Obviously there are some different fields or different subjects or skills that cannot be taught or learned just because we have internet access. We need to practice. We need to practice this in I would say in a life with different experiences. So um but technology in general has helped so much in this part of the education.
Yeah, I agree with you, Christian. It's like a new era. I don't know, learning now with the technology. And Romeo.
I agree with you. I think you can bring a good contribution about this question. I think technology is a perfect, perfect. How can I say? Perfect teaching technology for many things, especially teaching English and other language. I think technology can be change easy many things. If you focus, if you practice, if you dedicated for the technology, you can be able to how can I say I improve your abilities. Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, great, Romeo. Guys, I will not do more questions as our time is finishing. I will send here the survey that is like a evaluation we have here in Talk and Talk for you to send suggestions of other subjects for us to talk about, and also mention how was the conversation for you, right? I really enjoyed the conversation. I think it's really good knowing more your opinion about this learning process. And I will finish here the conversation. Okay, guys. I would like to thank you all, Romeo, Christian, Michelle, and Juliana, for being here today, for us to speak English and learn a lot. And I hope to see you again in other immersions here at Talk and Talk, okay? Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.